640 FICO score, first-time home buyer, no down payment, and you want me to cover closing costs too? I got you back. Okay, I'm excited to tell you what the program is, but you're going to have to wait a second because I want you to know that most people think that they can't qualify to buy a house. Well, the truth is, you can. With just that 640 FICO score and provable income, you can buy your own house with a zero down payment and very often zero closing costs. What are you still renting for? Okay, it's called a CalHFA loan. Follow this. I'm going to teach you how it works and how you're going to qualify. There is an income limit to this program. It used to be about $72,000 for a family of 4, and if you had a family of 6, it would go up to like $82,000. Well, CalHFA did away with that. In San Bernardino County, it is $128,700 maximum income. That is huge. That's tremendous. If husband makes 60 grand, wife makes 60 grand, think of the house you can buy with no money down. People ask me, oh, Chris, that must be for like really cheap properties, right? Like the $220,000 property. No, it works for those properties too. But believe it or not, it goes up to $705,000. The truth is, the income limit stops you from reaching $705,000. So you got a long ways to go. You're good. Okay. What are the requirements? How do the requirements work? Well, this is super important, but it's really good for you. It's good information and it protects you. One of the things they require is you must go to a first-time homebuyer seminar. It is a training program taught by HUD or taught by the state. You can actually do it online or you can go do it live. It costs about $100, but it's well worth it. It's gonna serve you well. Now, you heard me mention first-time homebuyer. What is a first-time homebuyer? It is not somebody who's never owned a home. Obviously, it sounds like it is, but it's not. According to all government programs, a first-time homebuyer is somebody who has not owned a home in the last 3 years. If you owned a home 10 years ago, but during the boom went bust, maybe you lost it or you had a problem, that's okay. As long as you haven't owned it for 3 years, you're good. Okay, one of the requirements that we all have to adhere to is this is only for owner occupancy. This is for people who want to buy a house, raise a family in it, have a great life, live in that house. You got to live there. Hey, also some great news. Guess what? If you want to buy a manufactured house, there's many people who buy a manufactured house on a permanent foundation. It must be on a permanent foundation. If you have a 660 FICO score, guess what? You can use this program too. Okay, so how does this program work? Do you really put zero down? Well, no. What happens is you get a first mortgage, it's an FHA mortgage, for 96.5%. It's like putting 3.5% down. Now you're gonna have a second mortgage. It's called a MyZip. And how that works is they're gonna give you the money for the down payment. The 3.5%. Actually, the program works, they'll give you the 3 or 4% depending on the interest rates that they charge. Now, how that works is you're saying, oh, Chris, I have another payment on top, a second mortgage. Well, it's called a silent second. And a silent second means you don't make monthly payments. How it works is when you pay off the house or sell the house or refinance the house at some later date, then you pay it off. And MyZip is at 0% interest. Not a big deal. I think that's pretty awesome. Now, how do we get the closing costs? Well, that's another program. It's a third mortgage. It's called My Home Assistance. And they're going to give you money for closing costs. And when you combine it all, on some loan amounts, you don't have to shell anything out of your pocket. Now, do we make payments on the third? No, it works the same way. It is a silent third mortgage. That one accumulates interest at like 2.5%. Very, very little. So if you don't have the money to put down to buy a house, this is awesome. This is a great program. With only a 640 FICO score, you can buy your own house. All you got to pay is the appraisal. We got ways to take care of that. We got all kinds of ways you can do this. If you have that FICO score and you got income, I want you to call me. We're going to fire your landlord.